Another on repeat, right? Always yelling at people, don't look at your horse. He's between your legs. You should know where he is, right? Look at the ball, look at the cow, look at the defender, look to where you're going. Doesn't matter. If your horse isn't between your legs, by all means, look for him because he's not with you anymore. But yeah, so don't look at your horse. Look to where you want to go. And we talked about that, I think it was a bit about on mustering in one of them other videos about just having the mob forcing you into making decisions about, I have to go there to correct that part and then I have to come back in here and go over there. If you look to where you want to go, right, I want to ride over to that post. Well, the horses, doesn't really matter where you're going, but what you're saying to the horse is that I want you to do this. And the horse has got a much better chance of actually being able to do it for you. If you give a vague notion of what you want, well, how the horse, like you say, go, but go where? Like I can go full 360. It's not, and then the horse starts taking over because they decide like, well, you've obviously got no idea about what you actually want. So, yeah, look to where you want to go. You know, like if you're running a beasted draft, like you're looking at that cow, right? Or the ball's back there, you look to where that ball's going to be. Or if you're marking another player, you're looking to where they are so that you can put your horse where it needs to be, right? But also the other part of when you look at your horse, right? And I got little laser beams in my eyes because generally what happens is when people look at their horse, the horse has got two sides of his brain, right? The thinking, yielding side and then the reactive side. We've got the same. We've got a thinking part of our brain and a reactive side as well. And when we take our focus off the job that we want to do, like getting the ball back there, and we feel a bit of resistance, it's that our mind also flicks back when we look at the horse into the reactive side. So we flick, our focus in our brain flicks from thinking into reacting. So we're now reacting by looking at the horse and we've got laser beams coming out of our eyes and we're just tunnelling the hate that we have for this horse right now because he let us down by not getting back to the ball or whatever you're doing. We're tunnelling our hate for this horse right into the back of his head. And do you think that's where he wants to be? Absolutely not. So we take a lot of pressure off that horse and help him out by just, I feel a bit of resistance. No, just come here, bud. Just come here. And then all of a sudden he goes like, oh, that's what you meant. Okay, cool. I can actually help you out here. And as much as also it's about, that you're just channeling you're now reacting to the horse's reaction rather than thinking your way through the horse's reaction. But it's also about where your shoulders go. Right, so you look to the ball, but what it mostly does is that it opens your shoulders up and hopefully you've got it organised that it now, as you open your shoulders, it now pops your outside leg on to help him come around so you can ride to the ball. But where do your shoulders face? What railway tracks, when you look at your horse, like look at the back of his head, your shoulders now open to say, go forward in a straight line. And a straight horse is a powerful horse. But a straight horse can also be a strong horse. That's why we bend them and we're getting them straight again, where now they can potentially overpower us and not listen to us, rather than keeping them a little bit bent so they keep yielding to us. Right, so, and I know this because it's a habit that took me ages and ages to break once I realised that that's what it was. To ignore the horse essentially, to not let your brain flick from the thinking side, from the riding side, into reacting to the horse's reaction. So you got reaction plus reaction, well, it's a bigger reaction, isn't it? But if you can think your way through it, well, then you can help the horse to start thinking back again. So yeah, don't look at your horse. Look at the ball, look at the cow, look to where you're going. And then that also means you've now made a decision on what you want. And then you can reach, instead of like getting here and then punishing the horse, stop, get here, you tuft mouth horse. It's not the first thing that came to my head just then. You can now go, I still want to go over there, so how am I going to do it? I'll just help him out. I'll just ride him back over there.